Evening, Ms. Katie Couric.
Good evening, I'm Katie Couric. On location tonight at the Village BOOKSMITH in Baraboo, Wisconsin. We're bringing you a Governor's Roundtable this evening. And in the interest of full disclosure, I'd like our viewers to know that impeached Governor Rob Blago from Chicago, who was invited to sit on our panel, has been unavoidably detained. He has, however, sent us a statement, which I will read for our viewers at the end of this segment. And now, without further ado, please join me in welcoming from Alaska, Governor Sarah Palin, and from New York, former Governor. Good evening, Governor Spitzer. Governor Palin, welcome. Hi. Welcome. Governor Spitzer, may I call you Ellen?
Call me anything you like.
Both of these embattled governors have been making headlines recently, and here at CBS, we decided to end all the crazy speculation and ask them directly the questions that have been pouring in from our viewers. Governor Spitzer, when you resigned from the office of the Governor of New York nearly a year ago, you said, and I quote, "As I leave public life, I will first do what I need to do to help and heal myself and my family. Then, I will try once again, outside of politics, to serve the common good and to move toward the ideals and solutions which I believe can build a future of hope for us and our children." Former Governor Spitzer, would you mind sharing with our viewers how you are now, since your resignation, serving the common good?
Sarah, may I call you Sarah? You were once a beauty queen, and you know how the game is played. You gotta pay to play. You rub my back, and I'll
Governor
rub your.
Spitzer,
Governor Spitzer,
Okay.
the common good.
Well, I was going to donate my campaign fund to Mother Teresa, but she's dead, not to mention old. So I might be willing to offer a little love offering to you, Katie.
Governor Palin, moving on, you've been found guilty of abuse of power in your role as the Governor of Alaska. Yet you have disputed this charge publicly when you were campaigning with John McCain in the 2008 election. There is so much speculation now that your shameless and relentless posturing in the media serves to prepare you to run for the Republican nomination in 2012. How is it, Governor Palin, that you could expect Americans to trust that you would not abuse power if you were elected President of the United States?
Good evening, my fellow Americans. Hi, Joe. Well, first of all, Katie, let me say I'm so gosh darn excited that I was going to be on this panel. Now that my husband Todd has finished his racing circuit, filling up the air with the great fumes of a four-stroke engine and grinding down the snow to the bare soil, ripping up the most delicate seedlings from the earth, I have time to sit and be with my fellow Americans and maybe have a few beers or two. Because you know what they say in Alaska, everybody should believe in something. I believe I'll have another beer.
Well, there you go again, Governor Palin. Thanks so much for not answering my question. How about we try an easier question? Governor Palin, who would you consider to have been your role model?
Oh gosh, well, of course Jesus, and I'd say Rush Limbaugh, and of course Joe the plumber. I think any hardworking American that doesn't kill innocent babies and people like Planned Parenthood is a role model. That doesn't include our hardworking soldiers Anyone that's willing to shore up our democratic values and maybe live on the shore like that redhead in the movie Little Mermaid.
You mean Ariel?
I hear you're looking for a lot of oil off the shores of Alaska. I've done a lot of drilling. Besides, Sarah, you're new in politics and I'm an old pro. Let me give you a few pointers.
Well, yes, I meant Ariel. She was really brave to rein in her flipper and expand health care by growing some legs and face that witch who was probably a foreigner, because you need to bring the jobs back here in America. Well, and Katie, I'll think of more examples and then I'll give it to you, all right? You betcha.
I know how we can get those jobs back to America. You can help me erect a bridge to somewhere. And you wouldn't have to look across the Bering Strait to see it either.
But Governor, Ariel's a cartoon character. Politicians don't generally glorify cartoon characters. This is your only role model?
Well, but she was a maverick, and she was a little folksy, just like me, and a little sassy, just like me, and a little, well, high school bitchy, just like me. I don't know what the heck they call it here in Baraboo, but where I come from in Alaska, they'd say that mermaid had seal balls. And those balls act like a beacon of hope. And
Governor Spitzer, you've often been quoted as saying, "You don't change the world by whispering." In that spirit of transparency, what is it that you would like to share with your fellow Americans
I
now?
can see that you're a moose hunter. Great rack.
Governor Spitzer, please. Please stick to the questions at hand.
Yeah, right. What's Joe the plumber got that I don't? Hell, I've got plumbing.
Governors, please. Can we please restrict the rest of our time to politics? We're running out of time. I'd like you both to share with our viewers your opinions about President Obama's new stimulus package. Governor Sarah Palin first.
I think there's lots of ways to stimulate the economy. I know when Todd and I go to the races, there's always little hot dog carts with little chips and hot chocolate and beer, and they're always selling out. So I was thinking we could have those little microloans, which of course would be very appealing to the liberal media elite, to help people buy the little hot dog carts. Oh, Dad, and if we all pray just a little harder, I think we'll get a little help from upstairs and it won't be just folded laundry.
I've got a stimulus package just for you, Governor Palin. Big one.
Yeah, Mr. Spitzer.
And if your hubby comes home early, I'll show you my bailiff plan.
Mr. Spitzer, well, I'm just ill about your behavior, like the rest of these hard-working Americans here. If you just bone up on how to rein in yourself, we can get some tax relief and spend our money on ammo and helicopter rides.
Well, I'm afraid, America, we are out of time, and I am disgusted and out of patience. But, as promised, at the beginning of the broadcast, I will read impeached Governor Blagojevich's statement, and here it is, in its entirety, such as it is. I am innocent, damn it, and the following poem speaks my truth. Our lager, which art in barrels, hallowed be thy drink. Thy will be drunk, I will be drunk, at home as it is in the tavern. Give us this day our foamy head, and forgive us our spillage, as we forgive those who spill against us. And lead us not into incarceration, but deliver us from hangovers. For thine is the beer, the bitter, and the lager. Barman. Back to you, Dan, in New York. Live from Baraboo, it's Friday night! Okay. BOOKSMITH tonight.